Hello and hi, welcome to Yedidia Shofet and welcome to Parshat Vayishlach, this week 2014. Today, Bezrat Hashem, I'm just going to give a little insight into the Parsha that hopefully you can share with your friends, family around the table. We know the book of Bereshit, it's usually the biggest storybook that anyone, if they read, they enjoy. So there's a lot of things that we can learn from it, a lot of things that teach us, a lot of things that obviously they puzzle us. But there's one thing that, if you look very closely at the beginning of the Parsha, it really makes a very big difference into assessing who you are. We start off with Yaakov, Jacob. He is coming back home. And he sees Esav. He sees his brother. And he's terrified. And he says a line to God. He says a line to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that it's truly amazing, the type of personality that he has. It says, Katonti mikol chasadim. I'm unworthy from all of the chasadim, from all the great kindnesses, mikol ha'emet, and all the truth, everything that you did to me, your servant. So, when he says this line, it's a little bit troubling though, because the commentaries, they say, what, Jacob, such a righteous person, how could he say something like that? So, even Yaakov, Jacob realized something amazing. He realized that no, it's not like that. It's not like to say that, oh, look at me, I'm Yaakov, you owe me. As many people all day long, they walk around the streets and they feel as if that everyone is indebted to them. You didn't tell me thank you. You didn't tell me have a nice day. You didn't let me cut in front of you in traffic. No, that's not the way it is. Yaakov, he said something very beautiful. He said, Katonti mikol chasadim. He said, maybe I was with my brother-in-law, with my father-in-law, and, you know, I lost a lot of my merits. Maybe I don't even have any merits anymore. And the Ramban, Nachmanides, he says even more than that. He says, no, I didn't even have any merits to begin with. That's how far he takes it. Yaakov, he put himself at such an extremity that he showed that, look, no matter what level I am, that maybe it could be that I didn't reach my potential. Because even Yaakov, if he's honest to himself, which I'm very sure he is, he knew that he had, it says, Vayishlach malachim, he had angels, he had messengers, he had protection. But he was frightened. Why was he frightened? Because those angels, those messengers, he felt that maybe I didn't live up to my full potential, and I could lose them at any second. I could lose that protection, that kindness. So when he says, Katanti mikol chasadim, he's saying something very beautiful. He's saying that no matter what, I am indebted to you, God, for giving so much more than what I truly deserve. As opposed, again, to many thoughts and ideas that all day long you have this belief that God owes you everything. Every breath we take is a gift. Every time we take a stroll around, it's a gift. Baruch Hashem. You know, every time you see family members, it's a gift. And there's a beautiful story of a Chassid, Rabbi Moshe. He was very humble. And he was very famous for talking about the idea of taking that pride and putting it aside. And he said, how do I know this? Because it says in the Gemara, a Torah scholar should have 1/8 of an eighth of pride. So one of his Talmidim, they said, Rebbe, that means you should have a little pride. Where's your pride? So he says, no, you're not taking it the right way. When it says you have to have 1/8 of an eighth, you know what it's referring to? It's referring to how little pride you should have. And he says that we also know it in this week's Parshat. Because this week's Torah portion is the 8th Torah portion in the Torah. And the 8th verse in that Torah portion starts off with Katonti mikol chasadim. That I am unworthy of all of the kindness that you bestowed upon me, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I am unworthy of what you've given me. And this rabbi was saying something very beautiful. He was saying, I am too small for all of the favors. He was trying to say that put pride aside. Grasp onto humility. When you have that idea of humility, when you realize that this pride is just an obstruction in your everyday lifestyle, you realize that, look, all these sensitivities that a person talks to you every 2 seconds, you may get upset, or somebody doesn't talk to you the way they should, you get upset immediately, or you hear something in the news, you get upset immediately. All of these sensitivities, it's because you're taking things very close to that level of the pride that you have within you. That's what many of the Chachamim, when you look, especially when it talks about Mesilat Yesharim, by the path of the just. If you realize just how insignificant we are, but yet how significant we can actually bring our actions to be, we'll realize how powerful HaKadosh Baruch Hu and how kind He is with the things that He's bestowed upon us. Bezrat Hashem, that we open our eyes and not take anything for granted. Not take anything that we have in our life, all the gifts that we have, our home, our house, our car, our legs, our breath, our eyes, anything we have. Our children, our wives, our parents, our friends, everything we have, Baruch Hashem, it's truly a gift. And Kotonti Mikol HaChasadim, we realize that, thank God that you've given me this gift, even though I may not have deserved it. Shabbat Shalom.